Hello everyone, welcome to our weekly cybersecurity news roundup. In this video, we'll be discussing the latest updates on the biggest cybersecurity incidents, data breaches, and emerging threats from the past week. From ransomware attacks to vulnerability disclosures, we've got you covered with all the important news and analysis you need to stay informed and protected. So sit back and let's dive into the world of cybersecurity. Xenomorph Android banking Trojan returns with a new and more powerful variant. Security researchers have recently discovered a new variant of the Xenomorph Android banking Trojan known as Xenomorph C. This new version, developed by the threat actor known as Haddoken Security Group, represents a substantial upgrade from the malware previously observed by the researchers. This is a type of malware that targets Android devices and is designed to steal money from banking and financial apps. New version of the malware has a lot of features like being able to start specific apps, steal cookies, and forward calls. It can also affect over 400 banking and financial apps, including cryptocurrency wallet. The malware is being distributed through third-party hosting services and is expected to increase in volume. So if you are an Android user, make sure to be cautious when downloading apps from outside of trusted sources. SonicWall devices infected by malware that survives firmware updates. A hacking campaign believed to be originated from China named UNC4540 has been targeting unpatched SonicWall secure mobile access appliances to install custom malware for cyber espionage campaigns. The malware steals user credentials, provides shell access to attackers, and can even persist through firmware upgrades. Mandiant and SonicWall's PSIRT team discovered the campaign and recommend that system administrators apply the latest security updates to their SMA100 appliances. This campaign's tactics shows an intimate knowledge of SonicWall devices, and similar attacks are expected to continue in the near future. GitHub makes two-factor authentication mandatory next week for active developers. If you are a developer on GitHub, listen up. GitHub, the popular platform for hosting and collaborating on code, is stepping up its security game by requiring all active users to enable two-factor authentication on their accounts. This move will help secure the accounts of more than 100 million users. The rollout starts next week, with GitHub sending out emails to smaller groups of administrators and developers to enroll in the 2FA program. You'll have 45 days to configure two-factor authentication on your account, during which you can keep using your GitHub account as usual, but after that, you'll be prompted to enable 2FA and some features will be blocked until you do. But here's the cool part, GitHub is giving developers different options for two-factor authentication, including physical security keys and virtual keys built into mobile devices. They are encouraging users to move away from SMS-based 2FA because it's less secure. By enabling 2FA, developers can protect their accounts against hijacking attempts and secure the software supply chain. So if you are a developer on GitHub, make sure you keep an eye out for that email and enroll in 2FA as soon as possible. Core members of the DoppelPaymer ransomware gang targeted in Germany and Ukraine. Big news, police in Germany and Ukraine have arrested key members of a notorious ransomware gang called DoppelPaymer. Europol, the Dutch police, and the FBI helped in the operation, which involves seizing electronic equipments. DoppelPaymer has been causing chaos for over 3 years and has cost organization millions of dollars. But this arrest is a big win in the fight against ransomware. Let's hope they catch the other bad guys too. Government claims new UK GDPR will save firms billions. The UK government has reintroduced new GDPR legislation that it says will save businesses and charities as much as £4.7 billion over the coming decade, while bolstering data protection and privacy. The legislation aims to reduce compliance paperwork without impacting data adequacy with the EU, and provides businesses with great flexibility to comply with data laws while reducing the overall compliance burden. The proposed law will also increase fines for nuanced calls and texts, reduce the number of concerned pop-ups people see online, and introduce a new framework for optional digital identity verification. IceFire ransomware targets Linux enterprise networks. The IceFire ransomware, previously only targeting Windows systems, has expanded to include Linux. This strategic shift aligns the IceFire group with other ransomware groups that have evolved to target Linux systems. The recent attacks exploited a recently patched vulnerability in IBM Aspera Fastpix file sharing software, and upon execution, the IceFire Linux version downloaded two separate payloads that encrypted files and then delete the malware. While the Linux ransomware trend has been growing in popularity, ransomware is not the only form of malware increasingly targeting the Linux OS. Lazarus group targets South Korean finance firm via zero-day Flaw. The North Korea-linked hacking group Lazarus has used zero-day vulnerabilities in undisclosed software to infiltrate a South Korean financial entity twice in the past year, according to M-Lab Security Emergency Response Center. The group used the bring your own vulnerability driver technique to disable anti-malware engines, delete files, modify timestamps, and execute fileless backdoor payloads. The vulnerabilities have not been fully verified and no patches have been released. This news follows a report from LastPass that revealed the group had deployed a new implant called DLL64. LastPass hack. Engineers failed to update Plex software led to massive data breach. LastPass, a popular password management service, suffered a massive data breach due to an engineer's failure to update the Plex media software on their own computer. Attackers exploited a 3-year-old, now patched flaw in Plex to execute code on the engineer's computer, which enabled the adversary to steal partially encrypted password vault data and customer information. This is a reminder of the dangers of to keep software up to date. New critical flaw in FortiOS and FortiProxy could give hackers remote access. Fortinet has released a security update to fix a critical vulnerability affecting FortiOS and FortiProxy that could allow an attacker to take control of affected systems. The flaw, rated 9.3 out of 10 for severity, could be exploited by a remote unauthenticated attacker to execute arbitrary code on the device and perform a DOS attack on the GUI. Fortinet has advised users to quickly apply the patches which are available in the latest FortiOS and FortiProxy versions. The disclosure comes after Fortinet issued fixes for 40 vulnerabilities in its products just weeks ago. Sys01 Stealer. New threat using Facebook ads to target critical infrastructure firms. Security researchers at Morphisec have identified a new campaign using the information stealer known as SIF-01 to target critical government infrastructure employees and manufacturing companies. The threat actors are using Google Ads and fake Facebook profiles, promoting games, adult content, and cracked software to lure victims into clicking on malicious links, leading to the download of the malware. The attacks is designed to steal sensitive information including login data, cookies, and Facebook ad and business account information. The campaign has been active since November 2022 and development of the malware is ongoing. The researchers warn that threat actors are increasingly using ad content to lure users into clicking malicious links. So that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Cyber News Update. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest developments in the world of online security. And as always, stay safe and stay secure.